Ladies and gentlemen, so we left you with calculating the acceleration of the system here, and then we told you to find the mass of the stapler. So here's how you do it. Using the data that we got after timing our Atwood machine, we got an acceleration of meters per second squared, 0.0472 meters per second squared. Let me check out my board over here. If you don't have this written down, write something down that looks like this.
There's the total masses in the box, the force of gravity on the 400 grams in one direction, the force of gravity on the stapler in the other one.
And our acceleration is up there. So let's think about Newton's laws. I'm going to go ahead and write them down real quick so you can see where I use them. So two different ways to represent F net.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and start with using this equation right here. So we know that, let me refresh myself here.
Well, for the net force, I'd use mass times acceleration right under it.
Yeah, so what
how much mass?
Is we can take this and put it right here.
I like that.
Right? So we can say mass total times acceleration equals, what was our first force? Or one of our forces?
4 newtons.
Plus, what was our other one?
Mass the stapler times the acceleration due to gravity.
Yeah, okay. So now, don't we have something that represents our total mass here? We do. 0.4 kilograms plus mass the stapler times A equals 4 newtons.
And we've got the A we could put in there.
Oh shoot, you're right. It is times 0.0472 meters per second squared equals 4 newtons plus, and by the way, this is going to be negative, right? Because of gravity.
It is, because that's opposite direction of our acceleration.
Because we're going this way.
And we chose that as negative.
Yeah, so, keep this, let me go ahead and just make a little note of that. This will be a negative number. Times the mass of our stapler. Should I put the force of gravity in yet, or should I hold off on it?
You could put it at 10. We'll use 10 for the acceleration due to gravity, meters per second squared.
Yeah, we know it's negative, so we're keeping that there. Okay, so next I'm going to do a little bit of math. I want the mass of the stapler, so I need to figure out how to get this by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply this through. I'm going to do 0.4 times 0.0472. 0.4 times 0.0472, and I get 0.019.
Write that up on the board.
So this times this is 0.019 kilogram meters per second. That's a Newton. Plus 0.0472 mass the stapler.
Yep.
Right? And then meters per second squared equals 4 newtons plus mass the stapler 10 meters per second squared. Okay.
Oh, I'm starting to see this now.
I can subtract this, right?
Yeah, we want to get everything with the mass of the stapler on one side and everything that's just numbers on the other side.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and do 4 minus 0.019. This is going to be negative 3.98 newtons. I'm going to subtract this and put it over here.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, minus 0.0472. It's a lot of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and make it look like this. Mass of the stapler, 10 meters per second squared, minus, and don't forget, this is a negative number.
Yeah.
Minus 0.0472 meters per second squared, mass of the stapler. Oh, that's a big T. Easy.
Well, now we can solve for the mass of the stapler.
I can pull out the mass of the stapler, right?
Yeah, you could just, that's going to be 10 minus 0.0472. Oh, we're getting close. Oh.
And then what?
Now 10 minus 0.047, is that 0472?
Oh yeah, it is. I can do that math real quick, right? 10 minus 0.0472, and I get 9.9528. It's a lot of numbers, Miss Moore. Do we need them all? Who knows?
Yeah,
We're just
we'll
gonna put
find
them
out.
there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and divide by this. I'm gonna divide by this number right here. And over here, so divide by 9.9528 meters per second squared. Okay.
Whew. Deep breath.
Okay, negative. Now, should this be a negative? Well, let's just keep going through. We'll see how it turns out. Negative 3.98 divided by our answer gives us negative 3.399 equals the mass of our stapler.
Negative how much?
0.399, which is good because our
That's less.
right, that is less.
Yeah.
But the negative, so I think what we need to do is have this be negative right here, right?
And I think this is a negative. Shouldn't that be
Yeah,
negative
yeah.
10 minus this?
Yeah, that's
which
what I
is
was
going to be
thinking.
10 point something?
Yeah, because we have to carry that negative through.
Hey, we never make mistakes. So that means that we're going to have a different answer here.
You're right. Negative 10 minus 0.0472.
Boys and girls, if you've struggled with this, that's because it's hard. There's a bunch of stuff going on here.
Negative 10.0472.
Okay, now what happens? You divide by that.
Negative 3.98 divided by our answer. Aha! 0.396.
Aha! And that's
It
better.
makes a difference.
So that means that this is 400 grams. This is 396 grams. Woohoo!
Woohoo! It all makes sense. Oh wait, force nut?
We don't need that.
Okay. I was like, couldn't we do it? We could do it if we wanted to. And that's how you do it, folks.